I wanted to talk about something that has been bothering me for a very, very, very long time. Oh, by the way, I hope you guys are doing good, despite this coronavirus garbage that's going on, staying safe. But yeah, I wanted to talk about something that has bothered me, about this game, Tekken. Law, as you can tell from the video, Law's FlipKicks, and shout out to Legend Kicker, because he reminded me, because I've been meaning to make this video. Well, to get to the point while I'm making this video, I wanted to ask a question. Law's FlipKick, how useful is it? Now personally, this is my personal opinion. The FlipKick, I would say about 2 or 3, because Law has quite a few of them, which I deemed as almost as useless as this punch here. Up, back, 2. I don't know what this punch is doing here. Or you can even do it by just pressing up and 2. I don't know what this punch is, right? I think maybe it's an error. Some characters do have it. Law has it. I don't know what this punch is used for, and to me it's an embarrassment to the game, this punch, and to the character, right? Just like flip number 1, I have no idea what this flip is used for. I know that he has that, and he can catch it on counter. It has to be on counter hit before the flips, right? But why give him this if he can still, if he can do that while crouching, he can do that while crouching. Why give him this? I don't know what. Down back, or I should say full crouch 3 could have been used in a better way. It could be turned into something better or replaced. I don't know what this move is used for. I prefer this move because that move has gotten me out of a lot of tough situations. Especially, while I'm standing. While standing, down 3-4 has gotten me out of jams. This move, that has gotten me into, got me away from a lot of tough situations, especially when I'm fighting Horang. That move. The reason I say that, let me show you. Let's see if I go wrong one. Action. I know some of you guys that play against Horang or fight against Horang, and I understand myself because I've lost to him too, and I've struggled fighting Horang because of his pressure, right? This move, Horang does his little pressure or whatever, and all of a sudden that comes out, right? In a tough situation, let's see if that works. Alright, that move while I'm standing under pressure with Law, right? And I wouldn't say you shouldn't abuse that counter, but it's one of my counter options when I fight Horang, because the lows, it crushes that. You see? It crushes the little focus attacks. So to me, that's one of my best flip kicks outside of hold on. Outside of that and just plain old flip kick, You have this, you have that, and then you have this, right? Those are my top 3 when it comes, and they're all risky. All Law's flip kicks, you can launch him for it. All of them. There are at least negative 17. You can launch the character for it. You know, I believe this. And the last one that I use, and that's rare too, is when I want to create space and when I want to get away from a bad situation. For example, if I hit the canvas and I'm standing up, I do that. I don't do it forward, because if he's blocking that, see, as you can see, it's negative 21. That I never do that move. Like when I'm trying to wake up, I don't wake up doing this move going forward. I wake up doing this move going backwards. You see what I'm saying? So if you want to do this move, you're better off doing backwards, and you can score a hit. It's evasive, and you can score a hit. See what I'm saying? So ultimately, when it comes to flip kicks, I use this, I use that, I use this, right? And I use that evasion. Outside of those 4, I don't know. I mean, he has so many flips like that. You know, that counts too as a regular flip, because you know you could do it twice. You know, if you want to launch somebody. But I have no idea what that is used for. You know, I also think this hurts the character. It's a useless move. It's just as useless as this. You know, and I know that the new patch just came out. Why does Law still have this? I have no idea. What's this used for? Why does he still have that? And why does he still have this? You know, someone help me out here. Even this, I find that, you know, Law can be floated. All these flips, he can be floated. He can be floated even before he can be jabbed out of it, actually. Even before the flip comes out. Once you do this, and your opponent is like very antsy and wants to strike you back, he can jab you out of that. Before the flip comes out, Law can be jabbed. Let me see something. Let me see something real quick. Excuse me, 1 minute. Put him in guard, right. And even this, I mean, I see some Law. I rarely use this move. You know, it's -1. I mean, you have some defensive. I mean, you can parry after it. It's a setup, I mean. But this move, I don't understand it. You know, I can definitely understand it, because I use this during combo. During a combo, you know how we do our combos, yeah. And boom, and then we do our combos, yeah. That's when I use that. That's most of the time when I use it. My boy does it while he fights, though. He does that, and then sometimes he parries. Sometimes he tries to get out the way or duck into a launch or whatever. But I don't know. This move, I rarely see Laws use it, because a lot of times when you do a Wild Rising 4, you go into DSS. You know what I'm saying? Wild Rising 4, Law goes into DSS and then does sustain and then does that. But most Laws, unless they're trying to pull a rabbit out of a hat, or they're, you know, desperate, or if they hit the move by mistake, those are the few times you see it. But you rarely see a Law who wants to preserve, who's self-preserved, do this. You know, at beginner's level, yeah, you see them doing all this crazy stuff. But this is a useless move. in my opinion. And this is a useless move. This is a useless move. You know, and the new Tekken patch just came out. I don't know what these moves are in there. You know, I feel good for the Mishima players. You know, Mishima has gotten better, but these people are neglecting other characters that actually do need attention and need help. You know, Law is a good character. He's a strong character too, but there's some moves that he has that are completely useless. I don't know what these moves are doing in there. You know, and this move, it's a useless move. This is a useless move because you have this. You know what I'm saying? You have this move. This is a useless move. So that this should be changed to 4 assist. The first Tekken, oh, that you said the second Tekken tag, Wild Rising 3. Forest Law, his version, this should be changed to that. I don't know what Law is still doing with this, but I feel like I have to make this video to tell Namco, or to show Namco what Law needs. It's almost as if they're pretending. And the new update just came out. Law wasn't even on their list, amongst other characters that weren't on that list, which that's actually, believe me, that's a terrible sign on their part. But as far as the flips, getting back to what I'm talking about, they gotta go. This gotta go. This low, full crouch 3, is still in this game, and this is Tekken 7. I don't know what this low is still doing here. Into the flip. I don't know what's still doing here. I don't know what this is still doing here. That gotta be changed. I mean, at least take the flip out and just leave the Wild Rising 4. If you're not gonna give him anything, take it out. He doesn't need it. And this too, he doesn't need it. This should be changed to something else. This. You know? This is okay because it has evasive properties. But I rarely see Laws do this. I use it, you know, when I have nothing. When I have nothing left, or when I have limited options, you know what I mean? Flip. The good thing about this flip is you can flip backwards, and it's evasive, and they can walk into it, they can get hurt. So this is a good move, despite the fact that it's unsafe. I also found that a lot of people don't retaliate fast enough for you to, you know, to block. Except the really, really good players, you know, they launch you for it. It's a bit of a gamble, but it pays off in the end. When you know how to do it properly, it pays off. And if your opponent is being too greedy and too antsy, just wants to hurt you, he can walk into, you know, it's a blade kick, just like Guile from Street Fighter. It's a blade kick, you know. I know Lee Cha-Long has one too. So this is a good move, despite the fact it's very risky. But the recovery, you know, the recovery is not too bad. It's not too bad in my opinion. I've gotten launched for using it, so I use it sparingly, you know. But I don't know, I can't see a usage for this move. I can't see it, and I don't know what this is, right? And I cannot see a usage. This is too freaking risky because it has a tell, you know. I've seen some Laws get away with this. Extremely few, and they were very desperate at the time when they did this move. But you know, to most Law players, I would say stick with this. Use this, especially against Horang and Nina Williams. Believe me, it crushes their what you call that, the backlash. When Horang does the backlash, it crushes it, you know, because you're standing, he's in your face going crazy, and this You know what I mean? It will crush Horang. It will crush back, you know, because it's a high, you know. One more thing I'll show you before I end this video. What was I doing before, right? I showed you guys do this, right? You see that, right? So oh no, sorry. Let me see. Oh, let me do that again. Oops. Yeah, there we go. I don't use Horang, so you see that if I had completed down 2-3, you can get hurt for using down 3. You can get hurt. Down 2-3 will not walk. It doesn't work against Horang. You know what I'm saying? But if you did this, let me see him do it. Sorry. You know what I mean? If you do that, that stops Horang in its tracks. But like I told you, use it sparingly, and believe me, fighting against Horang, you're gonna need it, along with your parries and your ducks and all that. Parry is important against fighting, but that move against Horang, it's keep that in your pocket. You're gonna need it. It'll come in handy. And believe me, he will. When you start catching him, when you start cutting off backlash with that move, they will learn. They'll stop running you down, like running the train through you. Believe me, they'll respect you. Because I did it to one of my bud who uses Horang, and I lost to him maybe like 6-7 in a row because of backlash, and trying to figure out the openings. But once I started incorporating that in my game, mostly against Horang, he started to respect me, and I ate him alive. You know, as Muhammad Ali used to say, I will eat him up. But yeah, I ate him alive. I basically destroyed him from this move. So yeah, it's one of Law's good flips, because he can do it while standing. And on counter hit, yeah, getting rushed down on counter hit, it's good too. Just like those two are risky, so use it sparingly, depending on how the person is attacking you. But anyway, that's my video. This should be removed. You know what I mean? That should be removed. I don't know what they're there for. That should be removed. This trash should be removed. And if you guys know any other flip kicks that should be removed, you know what I mean, just leave a comment or like the video, whatever. That's my video, man. Catch y'all later.